vintages and nothing on this.
All right. So,
Oh, shit.
what we are doing is our first ever live tasting on Joey's Wine Rack. Why are we doing our first ever tasting on Joey's Wine Rack?
Why are we
Were
doing
they
it
not
live?
live on the radio?
Yeah.
Why are we doing it live is the question.
But this is taped.
Yeah, why are you putting your friends on camera?
Shit.
Yeah.
That's too.
Would that be a rhetorical question you're trying to ask there?
Was that why are you subjecting us to this?
I think we're live.
We are
This
live.
happens when you feed us wine.
This is what happens when you invite characters.
Women,
Invite us.
children, animals. You don't want to be on camera with any of the
And
three.
you pointed at Brian for all of them. Thank you.
Tough crowd.
No.
It's a tough room.
So before we were just doing a radio show. I have a face for radio. However, we're going to change that, hopefully. So tonight, we're going to start from scratch, sort of. And we are going to be tasting a 2005 Toad Hollow Rod's Pride Pinot Noir. It's going to be excellent. So, as I always do, and you never saw it before because we were on the radio. Present it. So, Bobby, what do you think?
It's a dancing toad.
It's a dancing toad. Actually, it's not. It's a dancing. That one is. But excellent. Excellent because Rodney Strong, who is Rod's Pride, the man behind Rod's Pride, Rodney Strong has his own vineyard, or did have. He's passed away since. He was a dancer on Broadway. So he's the Badger. And somewhere over there, we've got a...
Are you a
It's
Not,
the honey badger dance.
not the Honey Badger. This was
Was it like
before.
tap shoes on honey badger?
badger?
Little soft shoe?
Little Bojangles, honey badger?
So what you end up doing is presenting your bottle. Make sure it's the correct stuff. I normally use a
Good lord.
Inclement.
waiter corkscrew.
You just brought me to 50 Shades of Grey.
This is going to be R-rated. This is from Vinny, and it's not the rabbit.
They're wanting you to go slower over here.
Yeah. Plunge it a little deeper, sir.
Oh lord. Edit.
There we go.
Edit.
There we go.
Edit.
Let me hear that pop.
Phrasing.
There's language.
So, Mr. La Rosa,
You want to sniff that cork?
No, I'm shot.
Are you La Rosa because your hair is red?
she's
I don't want anything.
Oh, you will.
So
know.
what are we smelling for the cork? When we're
Yes.
What do you
doing
smell?
that, what do you want us to be smelling?
I want you to smell whatever's there.
Basically,
You don't want it to smell rotten.
So to know that it's
Yeah.
not corked.
Dry and gross.
No, you don't want it to smell like rubbing alcohol.
And you don't
So I want the sweetness of that wine.
If it's a sweet wine.
Well, what you're hoping to avoid is vinegar. Frankly.
Yeah.
Very good.
Or rotten.
Pass back or?
So part of the presentation is cork. Then we do the next. Actually, my other cameraman, can I get the drop stop that's sitting up there, please?
Shameless plug.
We do. Drop stop. It's from Denmark. Actually, I got that as a present from my Swedish family. It rocks. It's really cool. We'll soon get that down here and we'll show you. Never want to pour a bottle like this if you don't have either the skills. So you do a little twist at the end.
There's some brandy.
This is wine we're talking about.
Summarize La Rosa. Simmer down.
Or you
We're
have,
going to bring your burner down to low.
you can just pull one out of the bottle if you want. Cool.
Just pull it right out.
Busy.
It's gonna be on camera. It's on camera.
And this, thanks, yeah.
His assistant.
My lovely assistant. And we use drop stop. Drop stop is effectively a silver circle, not silver surfer. That would be different. That would be weird.
That'd be time. Stop and roll. Nothing.
So you roll it up. Roll it up and stick it in. And then go like this. Pour a little bit.
Edit that.
Thank you. The peanut gallery.
No kill.
Mr. La Rosa.
Cheers.
No, you actually, you're,
Oh, really?
Can I mix and match? Is that appropriate?
One time.
Is that,
Since I have such a lovely light to work with,
10 reps. They're like, I already say shit on that one, dude.
it's good color.
What are the legs on that wine?
50 legs?
50 legs of what?
legs actually don't matter that much.
I know, but that's all I know.
I was told that they do.
Taste?
Well, I was gonna add it to the ladies.
Is it
to
legs
taste.
alcohol content?
Ladies,
Legs alcohol
Taste.
content?
No.
What is it? No.
You're just testing the viscosity of the wine.
senor.
And the verdict is?
Oh,
She
yeah,
likes
you
it.
did.
So when you're pouring for guests, you want to do a couple things. You pour a little bit in the glass, just enough, so you get the full feel of it, as Vinny did. You actually swirl it so you can smell. We're all family here, so we weren't worried about the germs. What did you all smell? Don't say wine.
Are you sure you want me in this thing?
Yes. Vinny, what did you smell?
Actually, it smelled deeper than that. It smelled closer to a blackberry.
Pass it over.
Yeah, your nose is better than mine, I'm sure. Actually, did you say cherry? I can't get that out of my nose.
So you all also notice while we're doing this, I've got the bottle tilted and we're showing the layer.
Cherries.
Jam.
Well, hold on. A little.
I was gonna say, I caught a bit of it,
Are you feeling pressure right now?
but no. It's not how he does that without
Derek,
worrying
how about
about
you
it.
tell us what your qualifications are as opposed to my qualifications?
I'm a certified wine sommelier. So,
Oh!
Joey is not.
You're certified
You know what I
wine
liked when
drinker.
I took a sip of that? You know how they bite you in the back of the
Yeah.
throat? That did not.
Vampire?
Yes, that's not a vampire.
It's a different kind of ice.
So cherry, little jam.
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 a little bit of savory spice,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Which is typical for a Pinot.
Mhm.
So Pinot Noir, very different than Pinot Gris,
And a little bit of moss.
You don't need it.
Moss.
What would a savory spice be?
Anything that makes you
And you
want
feel
to
all
water.
fancy.
Schmancy.
Thank you.
I went to a thing downtown.
I agree. I concur. And if you heard that, when you don't have to do it, but certainly, when you taste a little bit of, just a touch and suck in some additional air. What does it do? It helps open it up, and you can taste a little bit better. So this is what we're looking at, and fingerprints all over the glass.
Yeah, details.
So
And it's
Let's-
gonna wanna collect that later.
let's pour this.
They're already listening.
Let's pour this.
If he's streaming this, he honestly is listening.
So tell us
It's
then,
already way over
Joey,
the
for
NSA.
people that don't know why we're doing this, why are we swirling it in the glass? Why are we smelling it? What is it that we want to taste when it's going down?
We'll go backwards. You want to taste when it's going down, whatever you taste. No, seriously,
Vinny, no?
that sounds crass, but it's true. I know I won't.
Drink
I
what you
know
like.
I won't ever tell you you need to taste or smell this. That's not how it should be. You taste whatever you taste. Everybody's going to taste slightly different. It's just like everybody smells slightly different. If you want to go with cologne, cologne smells differently on me than it would on Vinny or
Mhm.
Bobby.
Today.
So everybody has their own taste to it.
So that happens because everybody has individual pheromones. So are you saying our pheromones in itself is going to make the wine taste different?
No, it's your taste buds.
Your taste
Your
buds.
palate.
and
Your
your
taste
palate.
buds in itself are going to do it. So why are we swirling?
Swirling
and
helps
looking
open it up.
legs?
So it's been sitting in the bottle, obviously, for this one since 2005.
Right.
You do the math, I can't.
Who's got it?
I got it, 8.
8
Yeah.
years.
I didn't have it.
Not to be confused with,
I got that
I need more fingers.
You're checking,
not to be confused
Go ahead.
with.
well, I mean, the couple things, when you're swirling the wine, it opens it up, obviously.
Please explain
Just
to the
because
idiot.
you're
allowing it to
adding-
breathe.
Yes, you're
Adding-
adding air into it, you're aerating the wine. And when you're doing that, it releases different smells. So when you're smelling at the top of it, you're smelling the aroma, then down below, you're smelling the bouquet. And they're gonna have two different types of smell. I mean, when your nose is right next to the wine, it's gonna have different smell than when you're at the top of the glass. So, for example, here versus here. So you'll have two different types of smell with it. Also, you're checking the viscosity, making sure that it's consistent. I mean, some wines are poor quality, you can tell it just by looking straight down at it.
Which is why you're doing the swirl.
Well, you do that, but you also check that it's consistent. So you can
Okay.
tell about 80% about a wine just by looking at it.
Wonderful.
Unlike people.
Yeah. which is
No,
not
you can
easy.
tell about 80%, it's the 20% you gotta worry about with people.
Okay.
It's the 20% when they speak.
So, exactly. So, I said, I
You're
always,
looking right at me.
Huh,
if I don't have my other little
And
stopper,
people
I
wonder why
always
I'm the
use
quiet
stopper.
neighbor.
Okay.
nobody
You're the
wonders why
quiet
you're the
neighbor?
quiet neighbor. We don't wonder why you're the
Are you the quiet neighbor?
I am the quiet neighbor.
You like what you like.
So if you're ever doing this for a group, which we're doing this for a
No,
group,
clear.
if everybody's seated, if you're ever doing this for a group and everybody's seated, you want to go with whomever the host is. In this case, it was Bobby. You start there for the taste and then work your way around.
This is your house, aren't you the host?
Yeah.
He's the
I am the Joey.
he's the host of the show.
He's the matron.
No, I'm sorry, do I need to pass on this one?
Please, please.
She is the magic word.
And we've got clean glasses.
Always use
That's
a clean
good.
glass.
The magic of cinnamon.
Just time edit that out.
Gentlemen? Sonny?
The magic of cinnamon.
And you'll notice when we're passing these
Ain't
glasses
that
over
Spielberg's brain?
good waiter-esque stuff, Bobby's doing the same thing. Never touch the bowl of the glass
I never did.
until it's yours.
Oh,
Sonny?
If it's yours,
come
you're
here,
okay.
sister. You can touch the bowl.
Also, I could have taken that by that.
Yes, it's your glass.
And remember, fuck the pass on the wall.
And what is the reason for that?
Two things. It's really for presentation. So if I'm a waiter, which I was, if I go like this and hand it to you, oddly enough, I don't like it when somebody serves me a glass of wine and got their damn fingerprints all over it.
Sure.
So you do this, no fingerprints up here,
He doesn't-
also allows you to see a little bit
Oh,
better.
okay. Okay.
But once it's yours,
Finger.
it's yours.
So let me eat that salami. I'm like, you eat the
Servers.
salami with your fingers because now my glass is like shminy. Shminy.
We got glasses for everybody. Vincenzo.
Grazie.
Yeah. Give me a clean one.
So if I learned my lesson well, I am supposed to swirl it, and it's supposed to be consistent.
Yeah.
I'm
Easiest
trying
way.
to catch some light so it comes through here so I can see that.
Okay, and everybody's swirling and smelling. Make sure you're smelling it as well.
Smell high.
Not while you're high, because that's entirely different.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, then I'm out
Then
of
it
here.
doesn't matter what you're drinking.
The bowl takes on a whole new meaning at that point, doesn't it?
And then at that point, what, as we always do in my show, the first official toast is always to Kat. Kat was an amazing, amazing person that I knew when I worked in a wine shop for 10 years. Amazingly fantastic. Met a lot of amazing people. I know I keep saying amazing. But first one is always to her. Kat, here's to you. Love you. Thank you. And to
Here's
all
to
the
you,
family
Kat.
that's here. Thank you all for being here. Oh yeah.
Mm,
I'm celebrating my birthday.
Gentlemen?
There it is, gentlemen.
Sonny?
Sir.
Yep. Gentle
Long
dudes.
distance.
That's Jizzle dude.
Oh, we have to do it now because we had to walk. Okay.
Never.
Smell high and drink low.
And also,
Small
because
house,
it's
small
Toad
lot.
Hollow,
And then drink it.
here's to Kathleen and Frankie and everybody else out there. Good stuff.
Woo! This is delicious.
Of course it is. Toad Hollow, personal
It's
friend.
just really smooth.
That is good.
And it doesn't hurt that it's a 2005. It's always good. Always good.
So then talk to us about the aging. Like,
Twalk?
twalk.
Where are you from?
Wow, yeah.
Twalk.
Is that a Colorado accent? Walk right
Not twerk.
No,
It was working, that's a whole
Speak
different
to
problem.
me about the aging thing. Like, how old should a wine be? Is it different with every wine?
Every wine, no. Is it different, fundamentally different between whites and reds? Yes. Whites generally you can drink a lot younger. So it's not unheard of to have a 2011, even a 2012, if it's Southern Hemisphere. Most of the Californians that I was drinking on my other show were 2011s. Some of the Southern Hemisphere, because they're opposite, 2012s. For general purposes on a red, they're able to stand it, aging a little bit better and hold up better. They have a bigger structure to them, so you can end up, well, like I said, this one's 8 years old. This is actually perfect right now. I've had it a little bit younger, and it's still very good, but would I want this one to last, leave it in it a little bit longer? Probably not too much longer.
Do you like them younger?
Well, I've had older, and
Man.
that didn't work out.
Hello.
So eight's your limit apparently.
Well, 8 times 3, 4.
7 up, 7 down. That's what I've always heard.
Oh, righty then.
What?
That's anyway.
I'm just saying.
She just saying.
You got a bracket that you're working with there?
Apparently
You
seven
know,
up,
that's
seven
the
down.
appropriate range,
Alright.
from my understanding.
Oh, now I get
Yeah, not 7.
Sorry, I had to do that. I'm joking there.
7. Yeah, that's a whole different.
So, Joey, when I'm in a
That makes
restaurant
sense.
and I'm
Yeah, right.
looking at
Seven
this
up, seven
wine
down.
That's
list,
like 10.
and I see all these different reds,
Down,
and it has the
down,
year next to
down,
them,
down.
Yeah, down
I'm gonna
to
get
that.
all kinds of
They're
confused. And I'm going, you know, why do I want a
Yeah.
2005 or a 2000 or a 1987? Oh, so
I thought that was in my head.
Not mine.
So-
Mine.
So here's the general rule for it. Lighter reds, younger. Big reds, older. So like Cabernets and stuff like that. Some of the Barolos that I've got up there, I've got a 2000 sitting over there somewhere. They're kind of, for lack of a better way of putting it, they're built to age. Some of the really light reds and stuff like that, they're not going to be up for it. And even though, you know, we were talking about Tempranillo earlier, Tempranillo is the grape, just like this one, Pinot Noir is the grape. Tempranillo is typically a little bit younger, but I know Vinny and Bobby and I have had some where it tasted hot. It tasted like jalapeno almost.
Tastes like burning.
Very
Yeah,
peppery.
really?
because it was
Too much.
too young. It wasn't to Derek's point, it didn't have a good structure to it. So depends on what you're looking at. Kind of a perhaps a little known fact or known fact. When you go to a restaurant, the typical markup on restaurant wine is 150 to 200%. Why I have a real hard time going out to dinner is because I know what it costs, and like the
She's smuggling her own.
of course.
Well, but if you think of it by that same perspective, the food has a 300% markup.
Sure. So in the grand scheme of things, it's all about, you know, getting it. That being said, if you've got excellent food, excellent atmosphere, good server, see I got it right, good server, then you don't mind. If you got some knucklehead that's barely 21 or has to have somebody else serve you your wine and they go, here you go,
No offense, man, guys.
then I'm not real
They should
thrilled.
not be drinking wine. So.
That's right. That's right.
When I drink wine in a restaurant, I am on a budget, so I look at somewhere $6, maybe $10 a glass, realizing that more often than not, that stuff is going to be about $20 a bottle. So generally, and it depends on who's pouring, generally you can get somewhere between 6 and 8 glasses out of a 750 milliliter bottle.
But isn't that what we expect as Americans when we go out to dinner?
Oh,
That we're gonna pay that no matter what. I want a good glass of wine.
well, you're already paying, if you had, unless you drink water, if you're drinking soda, you're
Depends on who
paying
pours.
$2.50
Right.
for an unlimited refill with a glass of soda.
You can't use it
If
like
you're
that.
having a cocktail, you're expecting up to $15 for a cocktail. It's not uncommon, especially in places that serve decent wine. If you have wine, you can average
Well,
anywhere
six
between, bottom end is probably about $8, $6 to $8, I would guess. The top end is probably about 10 to 12 for a
And I
glass.
expect that when I'm going out
You
to
expect
dinner.
that. Most people, when they go out to eat, they're having something for a special occasion.
I'll bitch about it the next day.
Yeah.
I expect.
Most people don't go out, have a bottle of wine and say, yeah, good, put that $300 dollar bottle of Dom
Yeah.
on it. Yeah, it smells so good, there in a glass. Maybe two.
At some point, we'll do a tasting on, maybe not Dom, but we'll talk about Dom and taste something that's a lot cheaper.
So price doesn't always equal good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As in everything.
Well, and we're old, so we say Dom. They would say Cristal.
I would drink
For the
Cristal
people who
before I
can't
would
see
drink-
behind the camera,
And the
there
white-
you go.
Only if you're going to the white party.
Did you just go? No.
Yes,
Oh,
she
she did.
did, she's so good.
Isn't that when they're all drinking Cristal?
That's when they're all
White
wearing
party,
white, yes,
right?
white party,
Yeah.
yes, white.
Oh, that one.
That white party, yeah, not the, yeah.
Are you getting this on camera here?
Yeah, we're, I'm so never running for office.
Actually, if you guys
Good
would
call.
grab a couple of pictures with my camera too, that'd be great.
Why
You know what?
you
Just
No,
snap
that's-
it.
Why you hiding your face?
Yeah, really, we got some.
You, you're over there
Because I'm
hiding.
scratching the dog and it's getting
Oh,
its
it's the
tail up
dog.
on the camera. And all the camera's getting is,
And Rover. Wrong gender.
I could do this glass that is completely covered with salami. What?
I have a little bit left.
Wow.
Who's
It was
Who's
good.
We have an empty
What?
glass.
Whopper.
What? She'll go with it.
Sorry.
We don't believe in empty glasses in this house.
I'll tell the officer that when people. They said they didn't believe in empty glasses, officer. I did my best.
I only had one glass.
It just never
Just
ended.
never ended.
It was very,
So-
very large.
There you
Same
go.
glass all night long.
Cheers.
Sip it.
Hello, Trasante.
Hey, boss.
It's for my French class. There you go.
That's mine.
Or chin chin.
hey,
Does that mean?
E, you like Coppola, right?
I do love Coca-Cola. Whoa.
Ooh,
Whoa,
there we go.
big.
What's happening? Is that a
Sorry,
Coca-Cola
Doc.
wine?
I think that's
A
really
Votre
sweet.
Sante.
It is.
Thank you.
It's not yours.
That's what you think. Hey, look right over there.
That label's pretty.
Okay, I can't.
Sounds like Jenna right there.
It's
Well, her boob got
Okay.
weird and deformed all of a sudden.
It's,
It's that new tumor.
it's a California Chateau Red,
I did.
2012.
This is a good one.
A Votre Sante.
That's it. Thank you.
It says Francis Ford Coppola.
It is.
Their wine is delicious.
It is.
Is it? So what makes Coppola's wine so good?
Francis. Actually, his winemaker, Corey.
If you have the means.
Yeah, at some point
Some
we'll
of
have
their
a
wine is that
$5.
much. Some of their wine is very reasonable.
That one, the Votre Sante, I believe, is
First thing I
my
saw.
cost is about $18.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cross.
This one,
That.
so that you know, this Rod's Pride retails for about $35.
Ooh, schmancy.
So, do the quick math, and how much would it be in the restaurant?
It would be your price.
35 divided by 6 to 8. You
70
said
to
78 glasses.
70 to
70.
100.
Yeah,
Plus.
700.
$100 probably
I'm
is.
coming to Joey's house.
Will it go bad in the bottle?
It could,
After enough time.
Enough time?
just like me.
Well,
You go bad in the
uncork you.
bottle? What are you, Walter White?
Real awkward.
See, somebody else went there with you.
Coke. Ava, when you need-
Really?
Tastes wine. How long does it take for wine to go bad in the bottle?
It
Please
depends.
don't say it
Green
depends on
red.
the wine.
No, actually,
Oh, the red?
it depends on the wine, depends
I have rosaceous
on
and the red set my
the vineyard,
That's what
depends
I'm
on how it was corked.
Chenin Blanc.
If there's any,
Say what?
especially in, we actually have real cork here. Real cork comes from
Cork.
A cork tree?
cork tree. Zachary.
Like bring it
I know. So,
on.
which is good and bad. With the real cork, it has that opportunity
For
to,
air again, right?
yeah, because it's porous. And you can actually see there's a little extra coloring along the edge. Chances are it still would be fine for another couple years. When I was in Italy the first time, we tasted vertical. Yes. No, horizontal. Actually, we did a horizontal. We did a 89, 79, and a 69, or 86, 76, and 66, whatever it was. There were guys and gals with us, and what ended up happening is we're all tasting, you know, we're smelling, and we're doing all that stuff, and the youngest one everybody loved, you know, the women and guys and all that. We got down, and the 70 whatever it was, I was like, you know, it still tastes good, and this was a Chianti Classico, and got down to the 66, and everybody's like, oh, very earthy, very, very earthy. It smelled like dirt. And that's exactly the reaction that the ladies had. And of course the guys were like,
I don't wanna eat dirt.
I like dirt.
I eat
and
enough dirt
tasted
all
it.
my life.
It was fantastic, but the ladies couldn't get over the smell. So we're like,
That's so true in so many ways.
Yeah. Right back to 50 Shades.
Then like, we're like 50 ways.
You gonna bring the show to a
It's
close,
all,
by
it's
the
all
way?
Paul Simon.
But
Paul Simon, 50 ways.
so on that note, peace.
peace.
So that we're out.
Cheers.